welcome back to another episode of Insidious and Ghost Talking Football. This here is week 2 that we just got over with. Almost. We still got one game left.
No, we don't.
But, well, we still got Thursday.
That's week 3.
You sure? I thought week 3 starts on Sunday.
Week 3 is always, the weeks always start on Thursday, bro.
Okay, so one of us is still a little rusty. Bite me.
Oh boy, you sure you're a football fan?
Bite me. See the American flag behind me? It says I'm American.
Yeah, but then back in the day, the American game would always be baseball. I digress. Okay, first things first. This sheet where I wrote down our predictions. Yeah. What the hell? I mean, we got a few right, but I swear, like nothing went.
No, everything changed. And we have a lot to talk about. So let's start with number 1 on that list this time around.
Sure. The very first one was obvious. Hey, who's surprised? The Chiefs beat the Chargers. I mean, told you that would happen.
I didn't. I actually had Chargers, I do believe. No, I didn't. I actually did choose. Because I said it was at home. So I chose nobody beats. Yeah, nobody beats Mahomes at home. It's like beating Brady at home.
Well,
you don't get it. It just don't happen.
It was still a close game, 27-24. I mean, it wasn't a bad game. It's just
no.
Okay, let's starting up with the Sunday games. Dolphins 42, Ravens 38. Now we did both say Dolphins because we were picking the underdog. The question is, 42 points. And that's true. They did allow 38, so the defense needs to do some work. But here's what you need to know about that game. They were down 3 touchdowns at the half. And everyone said, game's over. Ravens are going to win. And the Dolphins made a hell of a comeback to not only win the game, but they were actually compared by the announcers. They said no one has led a Dolphin comeback since Dan Marino.
Oh, I'm sure. I am sure.
So now you have the Dolphins. They knocked off the Patriots last week, and now they defeated Jackson and the Ravens this week. Are the Dolphins still the underdog? Do we have a new Dolphin team? I know it's only week 2, so it's too early to tell, but they defeated 2 tough teams.
I don't know. That's the thing. This year, everything is backwards. Come on, Dallas knocked off the Bengals, man.
Well, we'll get to that in a second.
No, I'm just saying. Anything can happen in football. And let's face it, these teams they're facing are not the same teams we seen last year. They're just not. This year, it's like a whole mix-up. It's like, what the hell happened?
Well, a friend of ours told us that the Dolphins made like a bandit during the draft. I think he was right.
Well, they had good talent to begin with. They just added to it. But remember, I did tell you, look at all the draft picks they ended up with in 2021 and 22. In the draft, they didn't even hardly use any of their picks in the draft in 21 because they drafted them all away. And then they made picks throughout the year and was trading players for picks and everything else. So they actually set pretty good when they came into this draft.
That they did, and the Dolphins are showing for it. I mean, I don't know if I want to say. I don't know if I want to say Super Bowl contenders.
Chief, shouldn't you be asleep?
Wait, is he here?
He's in the comments. Go Cowboys! Boo all the others. You both suck. LOL. I'm stuck at work.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, I just seen your other comment. Sorry there, Chief.
Yeah, it's a little bit delay there. No, it's phenomenal how the Dolphins have really come around. I mean, I'm not going to. Nice.
I know the feeling about Night from Hell.
Yeah, and I don't want to say Super Bowl contenders, but they're definitely starting to look like a playoff contender.
Time will tell. I'll give it to you. I agree. It could be.
Moving on. You were wrong about this one. I was right about this one.
Oh,
Buccaneers beat the Saints 20-10. Now you went with history that Tom Brady has trouble beating the Bucs has trouble beating the Saints, but I just said, hey, it's Tom Brady. I mean, but the thing is, Tom Brady still sucked in that game. He was horrible.
Later, dude.
Oh yeah, later, Chief. There was only like 1 or 2 touchdowns thrown for Tom Brady, and in the first half he was horrible. I mean, it was like only like 6-6 or field goals for a while. I mean, is Tom Brady losing his edge? Is his age catching up to him? He's still 2-0, but not because of Tom Brady, because of the rest of the team.
Let's face it, the Saints ain't going to be the Saints without Drew Brees. So there, we can take that. I chose Saints over Tom Brady not being Tom Brady after that little incident with Dallas and seeing how he had trouble with their defense. I figured he'd have a lot of trouble with the Saints defense.
Oh, we got to
because his O line. Because his O line is just crappy.
He was getting beat up by the. But hey,
they got to do something with that O line. They got to protect him better, or they're not going to have a QB.
I don't think the Bucs will have a good win next week because of what happened.
I seen what you sent me with Mike Evans.
Should we talk about that little scruff? Ooh, it's fun to watch, though. That's for damn sure.
By all means, who was it?
What do you mean?
Who did he spar with?
Oh, shit balls. Give me a second. Marshawn Lattimore.
Oh shit, I don't know him.
Yeah, there's like anybody that I wish I knew how to share videos on this thing, or at least screenshot it. I don't have the power. Well, actually, I do. Let's see if I can do.
Actually, if you go to screen share,
I see it.
You can share your screen, and everybody else can see it.
I see it. Trying to find a.
You're trying to find a video of it?
What the hell? Give me a second. No, I got just technical difficulties on this side. While I'm trying to fix my technical difficulties, let's quickly move on. Jets knocked off the Browns by 1 point, 31-30. And both of us said Browns. So, when do you root for the Jets? But they did it, 31-30. Good job, Jets.
And, I said this last year. I don't know what was up with the Jets last year. They have a lot of talent over there. They have a shit ton of talent. And I just think they couldn't get the ball rolling last year. And when they did, it was in the games that didn't matter is where they were winning. Now they're doing stuff that, wow, it's just phenomenal. And I'm happy to see an underdog team as much as the Jets come as far back as what they were the past 3 years.
Oh, yeah. And with that being said, it was a good day. It was a good day for New York. If you're a New York person, the Giants also won. They knocked off the Panthers, 19-16. Again, I said Giants because I was going to give them that benefit of the doubt because they won the previous week. And now, hey, dude, Giants are 2-0. Wait, what? Giants are what? When did we ever say this? I mean, I hate to be the guy that says this, but especially since a certain guy left, but Cowboys are currently the lowest in the East.
For now, we got Giants next week.
Well, let's see what happens because the Giants are 2-0. What do you got? Maybe we'll talk about next week when we get to it. Hey, we were right on this one. The Lions. Good job, Goff. You're showing some talent. You defeated the Commanders, 36-27.
1-1. They're not the lowest anymore. They're tied.
Well, with a lot of teams. Okay. Me and you were both wrong on this one, and none of us could predict this. The Jaguars, the worst team in the NFL last year, delivered a shutout to the Colts, 24-0.
Again, Jaguars has a lot of talent as well. And
whatever they put in their breakfast that day, they need to keep doing it.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right.
I will agree with you on that.
Okay.
Did you get your technical difficulties figured out?
Yeah. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Is it working? Is the share screen working?
Mm-mm.
Well, it says it's in the bottom corner. I mean,
did you set it to the bottom corner?
No. This one of you are close since one. Well, it's in the bottom corner. I mean, I don't know how you.
Wait. Hold on.
Maybe because you're the admin.
There you go. I had to add it. So, yeah.
All right.
Pushes him all the way to the boundary. Now we got a fight on the field.
Whoa.
Mike Evans just punched a guy, and now the benches have cleared. Trying to hold guys back.
I bet they did. Wow.
Well, we told you these teams have been super chatty in their matchups the last couple of years. And it's still going in there.
Yeah, that wasn't your typical. I mean, there was punches thrown. That wasn't your typical post whistle scuffle. This was pretty heated.
I'm glad to see both teams actually get in there and break it up, though, rather than just start brawling. That's pretty cool.
Brady and Marshawn Lattimore, and then Fournette gets involved.
Yeah, Fournette. Oh, and then Mike Evans came, and he.
So that's what started it.
See, Evans came off, and he just rocked Lattimore. Wouldn't be surprised to see some guys thrown out of this one here, KB.
Yeah, New York can get involved and make decisions here. We told you earlier about Lattimore and Evans. They really don't like each other. They've had issues in the past. And that
I bet.
Really what got this going. And then Evans came on to heat it up. Flags everywhere. Boy, oh boy, what a mess.
So a little disrespect came from with Tom Brady, and that caused more. Okay, we can stop the screen share. All right.
That is nuts, man.
All right. And that was NFL owns everything, and I use YouTube, so I mean we don't own the video, so we're just sharing what everybody else should know. But damn, that was intense. I mean, you know, with the whole. And so the punishment since Mike Evans escalated. I mean, you know, he's not the one that started it, but Mike Evans is going to be suspended for next week's game.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Continuing on. Okay, I said we did this game. Okay. We were wrong on this one. Pats knocked off the Steelers 17-14. It was a good game.
I did not see that coming.
Nope, neither do I. Let's see. Scratch that. We got that. All right. I think that ended the noon games. Okay. Close game. I honestly got worried as a Ram fan at the end there. I mean, the Falcons made one hell of a comeback, and they were this close to knocking off the Rams. But, 31-27. And here's the thing. Are the Rams just not playing that good this week? I mean, last week they lost. This week it was the Falcons that almost knocked them off. And, I mean, is this this telling us that the Falcons are just doing better this year? Because they're not.
I told you the thing about the Rams is you got rid of Von Miller. You got rid of OBJ. You have a Dallas problem. You have no one to throw to but Cooper Kupp. And they know this. They're going to block Cooper Kupp every chance they get.
Here's my problem. When you got 3 people on one receiver like that means you should have 1 or 2 wide open. Learn to utilize them.
If they can't catch, why use them?
Then if they can't catch, why have them be wide receivers?
Put them as defenders.
You need a.
They
also have Higbee. I mean, Higbee is not that bad of a tight end. I mean, they need to start utilizing their other weapons.
But that's what I'm saying. When you come down to your only 2 guys that are actually can make yardage, they intend to notice.
Yeah.
And let's say, for instance, your other wide receiver ain't as fast as Kupp, or he's slower, or he has problems catching. They watch video. They're going to see it. They're going to know your weaknesses, and they're going to exploit it.
Yep. So I'm not seeing the Ram team as we saw last year. I'm not seeing it.
Well, like I said, because you don't have the same team as you had last year.
3 players shouldn't make a team, man.
Veterans help you more ways than one.
They still have Aaron Donald, who is probably the best player in the NFL on defense.
You have 1 veteran defender. Think about that.
I know that's the problem. Yeah, but you know what? Young people just fresh out of college, you would think that they're fresh for the game. They don't got all those beat ups yet. They're not veterans, but they don't. Well, you've had good rookies. I mean, I can name a whole list. I mean,
Micah Parsons.
I didn't say all of them were good. I said you have been known to have good ones.
Micah Parsons.
All right, moving on. We were wrong about this one, but I didn't see this happening. The 49ers destroyed the Seahawks 27-7. Wasn't even close.
Yeah, that wasn't even close. That was, yeah.
This one went into overtime. Cardinals defeated the Raiders 29-23 and the Cardinals didn't beat the Raiders. The Raiders beat the Raiders. I mean, you don't fumble. Okay, look. First they got lucky. They fumbled the ball. They got it back. Now, this is an overtime. This is on that last run. They fumbled the ball. They got it back. And then not 2 plays later, they fumbled the ball. Cardinals picked it up and ran it all the way to the other side. You don't do that. You play it safe. I mean, at that time, they only needed the field goal to win. You play it safe. And
take the field goal.
On the football. Exactly. Especially when you're there. So yeah, but it was still a good game. Anytime you get a team to play a game goes to the OT, you know you had a good game.
Yeah.
But we were both right about the Cardinals winning. But I'll be honest, they shouldn't have. They should have went to the Raiders. But that's what happens when you decide to be stupid. And all right, Chief. All right. How about them boys?
You know, I was kind of excited to talk about this game a little bit.
It's their time. We can talk about. But before we talk about the Cowboys winning, let's talk about the AFC champions now being 0-2.
Not much to talk about.
Is it with Joe Burrow?
Not much to talk about.
Was Burrow just
Well, I'm going to get into that.
Okay. Was he just not as good as we thought he
nope.
was, or
nope.
Does he just or is he turning to Jared Goff?
It's his O line. It's his O line, man. Look at how many times Dallas racked up 6 sacks in that game. 6. 2 of them, 1 by Leighton Vander Esch, 2 by Micah Parsons.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a guy as explosive as Micah Parsons, and they've said this every week, you got to find a way to stop that guy. The first time he was sacked, they should have already had a plan in place. There wasn't. He got to him twice. Leighton Vander Esch came out of nowhere, got him, and I can't remember my other Dallas Cowboy that got him twice, but there was a total of 6 sacks in that game. And I'm sitting here wondering in my head, how? Your team got to him in the Super Bowl, I think, twice. And both of those were Von Miller. No, 3 times. Because Aaron Donald got him.
Yeah.
Yep, 3. Aaron Donald and Von Miller. Both of them got a stack on him. So you gave up 3 in the Super Bowl, and you gave up 6 in one night. There's no protection.
I have a question. Okay, here's a question. Does that mean the O-line of Cincinnati is horrible? Or does that mean Dallas's defense has some winners?
Dude, our defense is explosive. Look what they did to Tom Brady. They banged him up. Straight up banged him. His arms were bruised. He had cuts on his arms. They straight up went to war with Tom Brady.
And here's the thing. The Cowboys won that game with their backup because Prescott was out with an injured hand.
I said this before. Dak's overrated.
So,
and I'm going to say this
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Cowboys' defense is phenomenal. It's their offense they need to work on.
No, they said what I've said all along. That game showed I was right last week. And you know this. I said Lamb is too slow. You're putting all the pressure on him. And everybody kept saying, throw it to 88. I heard the same thing from Skip Bayless. 88 can make plays. He fed him the ball, if I remember reading correctly, 8 times, and he got 53 yards. He fed Brown only, I think it was 6 times, and got 73 yards out of Brown. That told me right there who the better receiver was. 8 times, and you got 55 yards out of Lamb and 73 and 5 yards with Brown and a TD.
Yeah, so to consider positioning as well, though. I mean, but I get you.
No, Lamb is too slow. He is not fast enough.
I get
yes, he can make great catches when he needs to, but he ain't got the speed. He ain't got the footwork.
He's good for getting those quick short yards that you need, which is a good weapon. But I suppose
then in that case, make him a tight end. Bring Diggs back.
I was just going to say that's a tight end thing to do then.
Yeah, and then if that's the case, put Blake Jarwin on the left side of tight end, move him over to the right side tight end, and bring Diggs back off the defense and put him back as a wide receiver where he originally wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, we know he can catch. Look at the interceptions he racked out last season. We know he can catch.
But you need someone to do that on the defense.
Yeah,
I've said it before.
but
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The best cornerbacks are wide receivers.
I'm not going to hold you I'm not going to say you're wrong. But when you're struggling on offense with wide receivers and you got this guy that is lightning fast and can catch a ball, bounce him up for a while until you can get a better receiver in there. And then he can move back. But right now, you need to make plays. Your offense is struggling. You got a whole rookies. I get it, but you got a whole we got a good defense and a crappy offense. Our O-line is now sticking out where it should be, but you need receivers to make plays. Granted, when Dak comes back, he's going to want to target Lamb, and Brown will be just standing over there saying, I'm open, and he'll just want to keep feeding Lamb like he did with the Buccaneers, and, well, we've seen how that turned out.
All right. We both hit this one right. The Broncos defeated the Texans 16-9. There really was nothing special about that game.
And we also forgot to mention one thing.
Oh, go ahead.
That I did go with Cincinnati in that game, and I was wrong. My boys actually won. Maybe I should go against them more often.
Or you should have a little bit more faith. Okay.
Can't have faith in Jerry Jones.
You were wrong, and I was right on this one. You don't bet against Aaron Rodgers and the Bears. I try to tell you that. You don't bet against Aaron Rodgers and the Bears. Especially not in Lambeau. I mean, come on. Rodgers tore apart the Bears, 27-10.
So he went bear hunting. It's okay.
And I made a joke. I made a joke on our page saying, "Hey, I hope Chicago, you paid your dues to Aaron Rodgers. He still owns you." Because you know how he said that last year. It was funny. I mean, I don't know why you thought Chicago. Anyway.
Because they won the week before and Rodgers didn't.
Rodgers always loses week one. You know, it's like his warm-up game or something. I don't know. All right. And then tonight we had 2 Monday night games, or like one on each channel. I read about that. The reason is because starting next year, they want to see if they can't pull off 3 Monday night games.
Interesting.
They want to have like 1 and then 2 doubleheaders, like one on one channel, one on the other.
I see.
Anyway, Bills destroyed the Titans 41-7. And I'm going to get back to that in a second. And the Eagles destroyed the Vikings 24-7. Our friend Bob, who comments a lot on our football page on Facebook, he said to me before the podcast that he thinks right now the Bills are the team right now in the NFL.
Time will tell.
Like he thinks that he says that's not even a playoff contender. That's a Super Bowl contender.
We will find out.
We will. I mean,
week 1, week 2, you won't know anything until at least week 10.
Yeah, but you can see where it's going at about week 6 or 7.
Most generally, but week 10's where it's at. That's when you know you're almost at the halfway point.
Okay.
And where you stand as.
Let's say, okay, I'm going to do a quick rundown on division leaders. Even though the Bills are considered probably the best right now, they are not, because of other stats, because of division battles. Technically, right now, the number 1 team in the AFC East is the Dolphins.
Okay.
Okay, right. And the Bengals are the only team in the AFC North that are 0-2. Everybody else is 1-1. And right now, technically, because of the tie last week, the Jaguars are currently sitting at the top of the South.
Wow. You saw that coming.
Yeah, Chiefs are top of the West. What else is new?
Surprise.
Philly is on top of the East, but the Giants are also unbeaten. They're right there at number 2. Everybody in the NFC North is 1-1, so nothing's really. Bucks are still on top of the South, no surprise, and everyone in the West is 1-1. So you have. So it's an interesting start, but yeah, some of these teams like that are sitting on the top that I did not see happening. Like the West, the NFC, I kind of saw it coming this way. Uh-oh. Insidious? Uh-oh, I'm by myself. We lost you for a second. What happened?
Did something dumb.
Anyway, like I said, the NFC looks like how I kind of predicted going into the season. The AFC, except for the West, it doesn't look like a thing that guy would think was going how it's going to start. I mean, the AFC is a hungry conference again. I remember last year we knew who the NFC would be. The seven playoffs. I mean, we knew who they would be at about week 9 or something like that. And the AFC, we didn't know until about 2 weeks before the playoffs.
Yeah. And I have a feeling the way things are going in NFC and AFC, it's going to be a tough year for us to decide.
I suppose. All right. So that being said, it's time for us to do some predictions for week 3. Now, we did talk about Thursday Night Football last week. Now, do you want to stick with your pick on the Steelers, or are you flipping to Browns?
I'm going to take Steelers on this one.
You're going to stick with the Steelers. All right. I'm going to stick with the Browns. I don't know why. I'm probably being stupid.
Oh, speaking of Steelers, I was reading something at work today. Mm-hmm. I guess Big Ben and the Steelers have some bad blood.
Okay.
Because Big Ben wasn't ready, as he put it, he didn't feel that he was ready to retire, but he felt like he was forced out by the Steelers.
Well,
and what he's doing now, you would never guess.
What's that?
He's driving a school bus.
Why not? There's nothing wrong with that.
I just don't picture Big Ben driving a bus. I just don't. I just can't.
Oh, and just so the fans here know, Insidious only got 7 right last week.
Sue me.
I got like 10. Except even though I had 10, I was just saying them just because I like rooting for the underdog. I honestly didn't think they would win. But all right. Oh, okay. Eagles and Commanders. I'm gonna go Eagles.
Neither? Is that an option for me?
Oh, you want to go for a tie? I can write down tie.
I want to go with neither. It's the East. Come on, it's champion. It's like a championship showdown of the East. And if you're going to make me pick, I'm not going with those Commanders.
All right, Eagles it is.
Squawk, Eagle, squawk.
All right.
I will not say it.
Saints or Panthers?
Panthers.
All right. Texans and the Bears.
Texans.
All right.
I'll let you take the Bears.
I don't want any one of those. Oh, that's a horrible. I don't like. Well, we know who's going to win, but we might as well say it for the camera: Chiefs and Colts.
You want to go with the underdog?
I would love to see the underdog win, but we know that's going to happen. All right.
Okay, Mahomes, go get you some Colt.
All right. Let's take a break and we talk about this one. Clash of the AFC East. Who gets that number 1 seed? Bills or Dolphins?
I'm going to go with those Dolphins.
the underdog Dolphins. All right.
I'm going with Dolphins.
You know what? I'm going to give the underdogs a chance too. I want the Dolphins to win.
They're on a hot streak, so I'll go with the Dolphins.
If the first half Dolphins show up, the Bills are going to eat them alive. If the second half Dolphins show up, the Dolphins are going to win. That's how it's going to be. North showdown for the NFC side. You got the Lions and the Vikings.
Lions.
After what I just saw last night, oof. Yeah, I gotta go with the Lions. Ravens and Pates.
Patriots.
All right. Can the Bengals bounce back against the Jets, or does the Jets have some momentum?
Jets.
All right. Which team will finally get their first win? Raiders or Titans?
Titans. Where's the Titans from last year at?
Where are the Titans from anywhere at?
I don't know. They did pretty good last year. Remember, we were talking about that.
I know. Jaguars and Chargers.
Jaguars.
I'm going to go with the Chargers only because I'm not a believer yet to the Jaguars. I know they pitched a shutout, but that was also the Colts. I'm not sold yet with their ability. And the Chargers did almost beat Patrick Mahomes, so I'm going to have to go with the Chargers.
We're going by an almost.
Hey, coming with only 3 against Patrick Mahomes, it's yeah. Rams and Cardinals.
Rams.
Okay. Yep. Let's see. Where was I? Oh yeah. Falcons and Seahawks.
Falcons.
Gonna give the underdog a shot, huh?
I'm not going with those Sea Squawks.
Another face-off between Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
Seeing with the way Brady is playing and those not having Evans.
Yeah.
Go, Pat, go.
Yeah, good point. I mean, I was about ready to go Bucks, and then you made those 2 very good points. All right. Sunday Night Football will give us the 49ers and the Broncos. I'm going Broncos because I ain't writing down 49ers.
Niners.
All right. Do your boys have what it takes to knock off the unbeaten Giants?
Giants, you're going down.
All right.
We them boys.
But it depends on what Giant team shows up. That's what it is.
Doesn't matter. Our defense is going to destroy them.
Their defense, sure, but can your offense score?
Yes. We've showed that.
All right.
And it is proven Dak is not going to be back next go around, so we should be good. Oh,
so you're having more faith with your backup currently than you are with your main guy.
Oh yeah. Cooper Rush did an outstanding job, but I'm going to be more to see how he does against your Rams.
When do they face? 4?
Right after the Giants.
Well, it just depends on which team shows up, I mean, that's the problem.
I think our defense is going to have a huge problem with Matthew Stafford. They've never faced a quarterback like him.
You don't face the Rams next week.
Should be week 4 or week 5.
Yeah, you got the Commanders week 4.
So we'd have you week 5 then.
Week 5, yep. There it is.
And they're saying Dak might be back by then.
Well, then he'll be a feast for Aaron Donald, won't he?
our defense is our offense is protecting him better than they protected him. Better than they protected Dak, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. So, just so everyone knows, starting week 4, it's when they start doing the games across the pond to give our friends in London, in England, a treat. Looks like for week 4, we're giving them the Viking and Saint game.
Oh boy, howdy!
And week 5, we're giving them a Giant and Packer game.
Oh boy, howdy!
Hey, depending on what Giants, how the Giants are, I mean that actually might be decent.
Yeah, but going up against Rodgers is not smart.
Let's see. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn. That's it? After 2 weeks, you usually get more than this, but there's only 6 unbeaten teams.
Yeah, we should. That's actually a lot less than last year.
No kidding. I mean, I think it was like week 5 or 6 we've had that many or something.
Yeah.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 teams that have yet to win. 7 if I count the 2 that had a tie.
Oh, I was gonna mention also. Back to the Dallas game. Did you know they signed Brett Maher, which is the guy that did our field goals that game, just like 3 days before that game happened?
No more Greg, huh?
Nope.
So did he retire?
I don't know.
I'll look it up, see where he went.
I'm not sure where he ended up. But don't also forget, now the Dolphins do have a chief on their team.
Oh boy. Maybe that's why they get. He's a Jet.
Ooh. That explains a lot.
Yeah. Greg the Leg, or Legatron, how some people call them. He's now a Jet.
That explains a lot. But I was going to bring that up, though. Just remember, Dolphins do have a chief on their team.
They do.
And that could also be why they're doing so good. But I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
No, this podcast was a little short. I mean, last week I think we went over an hour. We barely even made it over 40 minutes.
Yeah. It's all good, though.
All right. So, yeah, it was one heck of a fun week, though. That's for damn sure. I mean, you got a lot of underdogs that are showing up, and got people that are used to be the team. They're no longer the team anymore. I mean, when you get the former champions going 0-2 and
Not what I wanted. Wrong thing. That was a technical glitch.
Technical glitch, my ass. Just quit pushing buttons over there.
That was a big technical glitch. And I do apologize for that.
Like I was about ready to say, when you got the former AFC champions going 0-2 and the former Super Bowl champions barely holding a one-on-one, there's something to be said about either A, what happened last year versus this year, or B, there's just a lot of hungrier teams now.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Well, and when you got the worst team from last year shooting a shutout, I don't know. Things are changing this year, and it's going to be fun to watch. I love it because I don't know. Do you have? Because here's a good question before we end. Do you have more fun when you're right? I told you, or are you more fun when you're wrong? And like, holy crap, I did not see that coming. When do you have more fun?
When I'm talking about football.
Oh, you're not going to answer that question. You're no fun. Because it's fun either
If
way.
I'm wrong, to me, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right.
Yeah,
I just like
fun because you never.
Yeah,
know
but it's more fun.
Football.
It's more fun doing what we're doing right now and discussing it. I mean, that's what makes this fun, and that's what makes this podcast a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, all right.
Including when me doing fuck up shit like I just did.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week on another episode of Talking Football.
Yeah, we will be definitely back next Monday night. Sorry, this one here was a little short, but hey,
that's how it is.
Yep, we'll have long ones and short ones, and this one here just happened to be a short one. But have a good rest of your week.
I mean, the shortest one we had last year was the one after the Super Bowl. It's like you only got one game to talk about.
Actually, no, we spent a lot of time talking about that. It was like 45 minutes. Talking about the highlights and stuff like that.
Really? Was that long? Oh, well.
Yeah, it was 45 minutes.
They can see how much I pay attention.
But all right, guys, have a good rest of your week. We will see you next Monday. Have a good night.